Many heroes have come and gone in the gaming industry, but out of all of them, there is one whose story stands above the rest as one of the most tragic and impactful stories ever told. That story being the story of Big Boss, the title in itself which speaks volumes to anyone who hears the name. But before he was known as Big Boss, he was known by another name, Naked Snake.
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake.
In this video, we're going deeper than a rabbit hole all the way to the Earth's core, man, as we dissect the life and legacy of one of the most important gaming characters ever created. Chapter 1. The Birth of a Snake. Before the legend, he was an ex-Green Beret and the first operative of the newly formed Fox unit, being short for Force Operation X, which was a CIA covert operations group originally led by someone called Major Zero during the Cold War. This unit was specifically designed to handle top-secret sneaking and infiltration missions. Here is where he would get the codename Naked Snake, and he would be recognised as the greatest student of the legendary World War II hero, the Boss.
Why'd you defect?
I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose.
Who would later mentor him and become a mother figure who he idolised. Snake's actual name is Jack, but he is also referred to as John. His time in the Fox unit would be brief and brutal. In 1964, he is sent into the Soviet jungle on a solo mission.
Sunrise.
Spread your wings and fly. God be with you.
You betcha. Let's do it, mate. His first task, the virtuous mission, was to rescue a defecting scientist named Sokolov. He was a rocket scientist who was being forced to create weapons of mass destruction by someone called Colonel Volgin. The main cause for global concern is that his latest creation was something called the Shagohod, which is a tank capable of launching nuclear missiles.
Of terrain. There was just one problem we couldn't figure out how to solve. The ICBMs we have today are simply too big for the Shagohod to carry. But the military would not hear of it. They demanded a weapon that could launch a nuclear missile directly into the American homeland.
Snake would fail his mission when the Boss appears and betrays the United States, defecting to the Soviet Union. After her big reveal, she would break Snake's arm and throw him off a bridge. Snake, nearing death, would manage to recover from his physical wounds, but would be left forever scarred mentally. The Boss would deliver Sokolov and an American-made weapon called the Davy Crockett, which is a bazooka, which she gave to Colonel Volgin as proof of her defection. Volgin would then take the bazooka that the Boss just delivered to him and use it to blow up a Sokolov training facility, framing America in the process. Snake, after a few weeks of his recovery, would be sent back into the Soviet jungles with a new mission, Operation Snake Eater. His mission now was to eliminate the rogue Soviet faction, destroy the Shagohod, and assassinate his mentor, the boss, to prove America's innocence. After many brutal battles throughout his journey, facing off against the Cobra unit, Volgin, and destroying the Shagohod, he would eventually find himself face to face with the boss, facing his toughest challenge yet.
I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss?
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. Face me.
She and Snake know each other inside out, move for move. Without the boss, there would be no Snake. This is his ultimate and hardest fight that he would face all throughout his entire legacy. Nevertheless though, Snake succeeds in killing the boss, delivering one of the most heartbreaking and emotional scenes in all of gaming history.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss and one Snake.
Upon his return, he is told the truth. The boss was never a traitor. She was on a deep cover mission for the United States to secure a massive cache of money called the Phil Officer's Legacy. Her defection was faked, but the mission went wrong. To avoid nuclear war with the Soviets, the US government ordered her to maintain her cover as a traitor and die at the hands of her beloved apprentice to prove her loyalty.
That was her duty.
For this victory, he is awarded the title of Big Boss by the President. For him, this is not an honor anymore, it is a mark of shame, man.
Title of Big Boss.
Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on. In your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
He salutes his mentor's unmarked grave with a single tear rolling down his face. The man known as Naked Snake is now gone, and the disillusioned, broken soldier, Big Boss, is born, man. Chapter 2. The Rise of a Leader. Haunted by the boss's sacrifice and disgusted with the politicians who used and discarded her, Big Boss eventually leaves the Fox unit and the United States. He believes his country betrayed the very meaning of a soldier's loyalty, and he adopts a twisted interpretation of the boss's final will. He believes she wanted a world where soldiers would not be the pawns of politicians, but would have their own purpose. To achieve this, he funds his own private army, the Militaires Sans Frontières, MSF, or Soldiers Without Borders. This is a mercenary group that fights for clients, not countries, a place where soldiers will always have a home and a purpose. During the events of Peace Walker in the 1970s, MSF acquires its own offshore base known as the Mother Base, and even its own nuclear-equipped Metal Gear. This is the blueprint for his dream, a nation of soldiers for soldiers, powerful enough to stand against any country on Earth. This is the true beginning of the outer haven we all come to know, man. Chapter 3. The Great Deception and Phantom Pain. In 1975, Mother Base is destroyed by a shadowy organisation called XOF, a rogue element of Big Boss's old enemy, Cypher, who would become the Patriots. After his helicopter is blown up mid-flight due to a bomb detonating, Big Boss falls into a 9-year coma.
I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, I know you would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Damn it! Nosocoma! 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 Nurse! Calm down. Calm down. Try not to panic. Wait a second. Try not to panic. You'll be all right. Lived until this day.
When he awakens in 1984, the world has moved on, man. To protect himself from Sulphur's assassins, he orchestrates his greatest deception yet. The man who wakes up in the hospital, the one the player controls for all of the phantom pain, is not the real big boss. He is a former MSF medic, the best of Snake's men, who has undergone plastic surgery and hypnotherapy to become a body double and a phantom Venom Snake. Whilst Venom Snake builds a new mother base and fights his old enemies, the real big boss is working in the shadows, using his phantom as a decoy to build the true Outer Haven. Chapter 4: The Legendary Villain. By the 1990s, Big Boss is the most feared mercenary in the world. He commands the US Special Forces unit Foxhound while secretly leading his military nation, Outer Haven. He plans to use a new Metal Gear to establish military dominance over the entire world. To stop him, the US government sends in a rookie Foxhound operative, a young man codenamed Solid Snake.
This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Solid Snake is a clone of Big Boss, though at this time he does not know it, man. The son is sent to kill the father. Solid Snake succeeds, destroying Outer Haven. Big Boss would go on and survive though, later establishing a new nation, Zanzibar land, only to be defeated once again by Solid Snake. Chapter 5: The End of Big Boss.
Am I going to die?
At the very end of Metal Gear Solid 4 in 2014, a very old Big Boss shockingly appears, man, before an aging Solid Snake.
You can't.
He was kept in a state of living death by the nanomachines of the Patriot system. When the system is finally destroyed, his body is rebuilt using parts from his other clones, Liquid and Solidus Snake. In his final moments, he reveals that his entire life was a war and battle against his old friend and commander, Major Zero, the founder of the Patriots. He explains how they both misinterpreted the boss's will, leading to a decades-long secret war that shaped the entire world.
If you'd been in my place back then, maybe you wouldn't have made the same mistakes that I did. Ever since the day I killed the boss with my own hands, I was already dead.
He makes peace with his son, Solid Snake, telling him to live the rest of his life, not as a snake, but as a man. He finds the boss's grave, salutes it one last time, and he dies in the arms of Solid Snake, man, due to the Foxdie virus.
About doing our best to leave the world the way it is. It's about respecting the will of others and believing in your own. Isn't that what you fought for? At last, I understand the meaning behind what you did. At last, I understand the truth behind your courage.
His story is the ultimate tragedy, a loyal hero so broken by betrayal that he spends his entire life fighting for a twisted ideal, becoming a global terrorist and the very kind of villain he once fought against, only to find clarity and peace in his final moments. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the legend and legacy of Big Boss. Truly one of gaming's most iconic and brutal characters in all of its history, man. If you like what you saw and I managed to teach you something new, man, then consider liking and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the latest content I drop. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and stay groovy, man.
And find a new lease on life. Boss, you only need one snake. No. The world would be better off without snakes.